The Reverend Jesse Jackson has passed away, unfortunately. He's 84 years of age. He was a part of the civil rights movement in his 50s and 60s. He was there when Martin Luther King was assassinated. And that was a movement that mattered and was necessary. It needed to happen. It wasn't just, you know what? They were the original. What woke means, that's what they were then. Uh, People that were doing things because it was the right thing to do, and they're willing to put their lives put people at risk for the benefit of American society. Uh, it's not what you're seeing today, and unfortunately, all those amazing people that did those amazing things at the time, people are now they've hijacked it and using it for things that aren't essential and aren't needed, just to push a narrative or just to push anything to get their own way. The civil rights movement is not something that is necessarily a continuous thing. It was something that was necessary for the time it happened. Thank God they did that. However, it's like, it's a shame because Jesse did all those things, and it's like people are just abusing what he helped to create. And I think we need to remember what they did. It changed the world, and it was necessary for the time. But it's not something that's an ongoing thing. They solved a lot of problems, and now it seems like people are using those same actions they use legally to cause more problems, and it does irritate me. You know what I mean? Because Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, all of them really believed in what they're doing, and it needed to be done to make society better. And I hope that's what we remember about Jesse Jackson. I know as he was getting older, you could tell his health was deteriorating, and you know, and he got to see the first. They say black president. He's mixed, but he got to see a brown man in the office that had African ancestry. Let's put it that way. And I remember him crying, and I was like, what a satisfying feeling that must have been, that you knew your work wasn't in vain at the time. It's before things have gotten crazy now, but at the time he must have felt like this is what I've done it for. You know, uh, just bravo, you done a job well done. He done well. He done well, and I think we need to go back to things he did and civil rights leader did there, and really look at why they did it and what they did, and think twice about hijacking what they did, because that was very unselfish of them. They didn't have to do none of that. They could have just kept with the status quo. They could have just let things be, but they knew it was necessary. And he even ran for president. And as if I recall, Donald Trump actually helped him with that. And you know what? I've never seen, out of all the people that dealt with Donald Trump, I never once seen Jesse Jackson talk crap about him or join in the band, which speaks volumes to me. He must. That tells me he was an honorable man. If he's doing something with somebody, he's not going to then turn on them. You know, that's a guy that is going to be down for what needs to be done, and that's how I see Jesse Jackson. Because all them celebrities bagging on Trump, and he never did that, and he always come across as dignified to me and wanting to inspire people. I wish there was more people like that in politics. I wish there was. You know, unfortunately, he didn't win when he ran for president, but he was very important to the civil rights movement. You know, it's a sad day. It's sad. It's sad. But thank God for Jesse Jackson and what he done. And prayers go out to the family. And we need to remember what he did and why he did it, and keep that in our minds and hearts, because that's something that should go on forever. His ideas need to continue. That's how you show respect and honor, you know? That's how you pay your respects to someone that's passed, someone that's that honorable, you know? Y'all take care.